All right, we're talking the dumbbell single arm row. Let's go over stance, setup, and how to actually perform the maneuver. Now, truthfully, when I'm doing my dumbbell rows, I'm doing them right here up against the rack, but I'm going to show you what it would look like using a bench. The first thing is go over our feet. So you want our feet to be about hip width apart. You want to have a good base. And the side that you're performing the row on, you're going to want that foot to be a little bit farther back, kind of get the quad out of the way. All right. So when we set up on our object here, either the rack or the bench or whatever you're using, we want those feet, like I said, about hip width, maybe a little bit wider, and then kick that one leg back from the side that you're going to be doing the pulling movement on. Now, I have a hand down, kind of bracing myself off of that. The next thing I want to focus on here is my low back. I want to arch my low back as hard as I can. I tell people to arch as hard as they can because as soon as they start pulling, usually the first thing that goes is that low back arch. So let's keep it arch as hard as we can, nice and tight, and then let's get into the row. Truthfully, I used to be a little bit more critical about how I performed the row. It would be in more of an arcing pattern where hand drifts out front and I pull to the hip. That's still, I think, the best way to do it. However, if I see somebody pulling, still with the hands pretty low, but not so much in an arc pattern, I'm fine with that. What we're trying to avoid here is this high pull where you're using your traps and your shoulders. We want to be using our lats as much as we can. You're also going to use your biceps and your forearms. So the best way to get that lat to work is with that arc. But, you feel your body more than I do. So this is okay if you feel your lats and not your traps. We just want to avoid this high, awkward pulling to the side there. So that's your dumbbell single arm row. Can be performed with a kettlebell as well.